So I will be finding the derivative of x squared times sine of pi x. In order to do this, I have two functions times each other, so I have to use the product rule. And the product rule states that when you take a derivative of two functions, and let's just say they're f of x and g of x, so these are my two functions, I would have to leave the first function alone and take the derivative of the second function, which is g of x, and then I have to add and then leave this alone, which is g of x, the second function, and take the derivative of the first function, which is f of x. So to apply this, x squared will be my first function, and sine pi x will be my second function. So take the derivative of y of dy dx. So I had to leave the first function alone, which is x squared. Take the derivative of sine of pi x, and I wrote it backwards, sorry, but it still means the same thing. And then you add and you leave the second function, which is sine of pi x alone, and you take the derivative of the first one now, which is x squared. So now I leave this one alone, times, and then the derivative of sine, the derivative of sine x equals cosine of x. But I don't have just x in here. I have x of pi. I can still do this, but then I'll have to take the derivative of the inside also. So I'll do cosine of pi x, and then I take the derivative of the inside. And now I'm going to add and leave the second function is sine of pi x alone. Take the derivative of the first one, which is x squared, and that is the rule where you take the exponent and put it down. So you put it down in front of the x, which is 2, and then you minus the exponential by 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1, but I don't write the 1 there because we already know x has a exponent of 1. So then this equals x squared times cosine of pi x, and the derivative of x times pi is just pi because pi is a constant, times x, and we just take the constant. And now I add 2x times sine of pi x. And now that I see that I have it all written out, now there is a like common factor between the two, which is x. So I'll just take that out. So there's x times x, because I still have an x because this is squared, so x squared is just x times x. So x times x equals x squared, so I'm all set there. Then cosine of pi x, because that was not taken out, so I'm fine there. And then this pi, I'll just put it up here, so it's just easier to read. So I moved the pi from here, and I moved it times x squared, put it here per se, and I moved out front and I took out an x. And then you add this, which is just 2 sine of pi x. And there you have it. The derivative of x squared times sine pi x equals x all times pi x times cosine pi x plus 2 sine of pi x.